Hi guys and welcome to Thomas King TKO. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about Evil Dead the game. I believe Ash Williams from Army of Darkness is the best character in the game, and I'll also tell you why. Alright guys, first of all, let's start off. I'm going to start off with the leader. I'm gonna go each class one by one, explain a bit more about each class, but also explain to you which one would be the best one to choose. Now, if you go for leaders, as you know, leaders have auras that improve stats of everyone, of all survivors, and they're more resistant to fear. If we start off with Ash Williams from the Ash vs Evil Dead TV show, he gives everyone around him 10% more damage and 20% more fear resistance. If we combine that with his last passive ability, the El Jefe Grande, his aura effect is 100% times improved per finisher he does. Now, I don't think this one stays forever. It's only 100%, only once 100% while you guys are in combat. While, let's say you're taking a dagger, there are a lot of demons around you, you're fighting, you perform a finisher, and then the aura effect improves by 100%. I don't believe this stays on forever, so it's only during battle. Now, combine that with what he does, what his passive already does, 10%, that's going to be 20% more damage and 40% more fear resistance to you and your teammates. Plus, he has a skill that generates explosion that damages enemy balance bar, which is very important because for the elite units and for the boss unit, damaging the balance bar, getting it to 0, then they get knocked down, or they get stunned. It'd be much easier to give them some hits, to lower their health, to kill them. I believe Ash, all-rounder, he's pretty good. He's pretty good by himself. He's a very good leader to help everyone. Either you have a melee attack, either you attack with a melee weapon or you attack with a ranged weapon. He's going to be helpful for the team. Now, if we go towards Annie Nobi, I'm going to say right now, from all the leaders, all of them are good in their own way. But from my own experience with the game, Annie is much better than Ash. I would say she's better than Ash because of her last two passive abilities, the Haymaker and the Slugger. So with these two abilities, you do a lot more balance bar damage to units, 25% to basic units, 25% to elite units, and 100% more damage to boss units. So you can decrease their balance bar, get it to 0 much quicker, and that means you're gonna get them stunned or get them knock them down, and then you can damage them much quicker. Plus, what she does is anyone around her 10% more damage with ranged weapons. If she activates her ability, which is for 15 seconds, but you give it 100% more damage with ranged weapons, you and your teammates. So overall, that's going to be 110% more damage with range, with these two combined. Now, if you go, this is my favorite, and I'm going to explain why. From the leader, this is my favorite, is Arthur. What he does, his passive ability, you and your teammates within the aura, 30% more damage with heavy attacks, 30% more damage with light attacks, and his active ability, another 30% damage to you and your teammates for 15 seconds, if they're around you, with melee. So that's gonna be all round, that's gonna be 60% melee damage with any melee attack you have. You and your teammates 60% melee damage overall, if you use your ability as well. Plus, it reduces fear. Also, with this passive, you can increase the ability, last longer, 3 seconds more. Even though it's 15 seconds, you do a finisher, add 3 seconds more. Another finisher, 3 seconds more, right? It's useful also, just don't worry too much about the skills. Once you pick your character, the one you want to play more, You want to, you want to increase his level, increase his skill tree. Just so you know, the skill trees are the same. So for each leader, they're gonna have the same skill tree. For each warrior, same skill tree. Hunter, same, and support, same skill tree. What's more important is to watch for the active and passive kills each character by himself. Their unique active and passive skills that they have. Now, for example, this one. For all of them, they have this where they strengthen their aura, or they have this, which means that teammates retain the effect of your aura for a short time after leaving its range. So if you build it up to 7 seconds, even though they're not in your aura, let's say you activated your ability, which gives them 60% more damage with any melee attack. If they go further away from you, from your aura, for 7 seconds, they still do more damage, and their fear is also reduced. Now, all leaders are good. I prefer Arthur because he does more melee damage. When there are a lot of demons around you, you don't really have that much time to take out your weapon and start shooting, especially if you have, let's say, a shotgun, or if you have the crossbow, which only shoots 1 per shot, so you gotta reload every time, right? So you don't really have time. You're gonna play more melee. You're gonna attack more with melee. Now, you can choose the leader depending on what your friends or your teammates choose. If most of them have warriors in their team, which they inflict more melee damage, go with Arthur. So you give even more melee damage for everyone. If they are hunters, which they inflict more damage with ranged weapons, go with Annie. Otherwise, they're all-rounder, give more damage whatever they use, go with Ashe. Still, Annie, I prefer using Arthur just for the melee damage itself. I think it's very OP, it's very useful, but otherwise use Annie. Annie might be the better one, could be. I believe she is the better one because of the elite bar damage she can do herself and your teammates. More bar damage is important to stun the bosses or the elite units, even if they're possessed. That's going to be very helpful. Now, if you go towards warrior, like I said in the beginning of this video, and stream, because I'm also streaming on Twitch. You can find me at ThomasKing_TKO. Warriors, all of them have more health and more melee damage. Now, Ashe Williams from Army of Darkness, he's the best one. I believe he's one of the best characters from all the classes whatsoever because of his active ability. When he activates this ability, he'll have more health, 250 health restored, fear reduction by 30% more damage, and 50% damage reduction. Right? You shouldn't. Don't do what I'm gonna say now. But basically, you could get into a game. You could go on the other side of the map if you want to, all the way, far away from the other survivors, and you're gonna manage. You're gonna be okay. You might not get possessed. You can hold your own. You have more damage. You have damage reduction, health restored, fear reduction. You have all that in just your active ability. I believe this is enough. But what I don't know is exactly how, for how long, the cooldown of the ability. It could be 1 minute, like the other characters have. It could be around 1 minute. If it's that, it's still very good. Also, what he has is every time he loses a shield bar, it explodes, damaging nearby enemies by 200 damage. Now, this one combined with this, whenever you kill an enemy with a finisher, you recover part of your shield bar. So basically, you can keep on getting shield bar explodes 200 damage. Again, you get a finisher, get a shield bar, if it explodes 100 damage. You don't have to worry that much about getting shields, about getting amulets. That's why I believe him by himself, going around the place, just looting up, killing demons, he'll be fine. Now, the second best warrior, in my opinion, is Henry the Red, just because of his unstoppable ability, where he becomes invincible. The demons can damage his health or his shield for 7 seconds and on a 60-second cooldown. This is especially good when you're mob of bosses, when your teammates need help. If there's a boss unit, elite unit, even if it's, let's say it's a boss unit, activate this. you can take him head on. You don't even care if it's shooting you. I mean, if it's damaging you with any hit. You don't care about that. You just keep on hitting him for 7 seconds. You don't give a fuck. Also, he starts additional shield bar. Also, which is very good, he reflects to 30% of the damage he receives back to the attacker. Plus, you have increased maximum health and shield bar length by 10%. Now, going on to Scotty, I don't really like him myself. I believe he's a very low tier character. Low tier, at least as a warrior. All he does as an active, every 30 seconds he can use his active and just like explode. It's gonna do an explosive damage around him, around the surrounding areas. 100 is not that much, but that could help out when there are a lot of enemies around you. You also deal more heavy melee attack by 30% to the additional enemies around you. So let's say you're fighting an elite, he's in front of you, and there are 2 more basic on each side or behind him or behind you. Once you do a heavy melee attack, it's going to hit them as well by 30%. That's pretty good. Also, you reduce your fear levels with every kill you do. And, well, you have a faster attack speed, deal increased damage to health, balance bar to enemies with the Lumberjack Axe. He's good. What I like about him is that with every enemy you kill, reduces his fear level, which is important in the game. Maybe this explosive damage is useful, but otherwise, I would put him as a low tier character for a warrior class. Now, if we go to hunter class, again, Ash as a hunter, I believe he's the best one for the hunter class, just because of his active ability, which is Exorcist. Once he activates this, he can exercise any basic unit, elite, possessed elite unit, or if a survivor is possessed by a demon, he can exercise them. But even more OP, I think it's very OP, he can exercise the boss unit. So imagine you're in a fight, the demon player is using the boss unit, he brings him out, you can exercise it. Basically, if you exercise it, the demon will just get out of here, and basically the boss unit is dead. He's dead. Usually, if you've played as a demon, if you've seen whenever you possess a unit, whether it was a basic unit, elite unit, or boss unit, if you unpossess it, then they just die. They just fall to the ground and die. That happens to the boss unit. If you've seen, they just go and die. They don't fight anymore without you. So yeah, this one I believe is a very OP ability in the game. Plus, you see spike race through walls at close range. You start to match double barrel, and of course do more damage double barrel and have a faster attack speed. I believe this is one of the best hunters just because of that exercise ability. Now the second best I believe is Amanda Fisher, because she has the ammo for days ability, which when activated, she temporarily shoots without spending any ammo. So for 7 seconds straight, she's gonna be shooting over and over and over again without using the ammo. And of course, once the ability is done, she can still shoot over and over with the ammo she has. So let's say you have a pistol, you have 12 rounds of the pistol. The pistol fire rate, let's say, is around. For this class, they do want you to play more pistol than anything else. As you can see, has faster attacking with pistol. You start the match with pistol, so they want you to use a pistol. But it is more useful because pistol has the fastest fire rate, so you can shoot out more bullets than with any other weapon, any other ranged weapon. So for 7 seconds, I believe 7 seconds are enough to shoot out 12 bullets, right? And so you're gonna shoot 12 bullets in 7 seconds, and then you can shoot the other 12 bullets as well, because you're gonna still have ammo, right? Combined with her last passive, accuracy counts, the damage you deal with each consecutive hit, you get 2% more damage per hit. So imagine, using this ability, this one, combined with this, let's say you shoot out 10 bullets, another 10 bullets, that's gonna be 40% more damage. So the next shot you do after you shoot 20 times, next shot is gonna be 40% damage. I believe this one is very good for shooting over and over, not just with pistols. You can use it on shotguns. You can even use it, which I believe is one of the best, the crossbows. The crossbow has the highest damage, but it only has one bullet. Since the crossbow, you gotta put back, put your ammo back. Well, the ammo, I think is the arrow. I believe, yeah, that's called the arrow. You gotta put it back. But the crossbow has the highest damage in the game. As a ranged weapon, it has the highest damage. From what I've seen, it has the highest one. So using that, being able to shoot that for 7 seconds without using any ammo, I believe is very important. It's gonna be very useful. You can kill a lot of demons with that, a lot of them quickly. Alright, I'm gonna go to Kelly, which if you've seen the TV show Actress Evil Dead, that's where she's from. She's a good hunter. Not the best, but she's pretty good. She has more melee damage the longer she's in battle. So if you fight with a lot of enemies, around you, her melee damage just keeps increasing in damage by 2% for each second. So whenever you have to get, let's say you have to get a dagger, right? And the demon player just starts spawning portals. He spawns a basic unit portal, like 2 or 3 demons come out of that. He spawns the elite portal, and then he becomes a boss himself. There's gonna be a lot of enemies around. If you do this, you're gonna be battling over and over for, I could say maybe 30 seconds. It could be even go up to 1 minute of that happening over and over. So you're gonna be in sustained combat. You could be in sustained combat between 30 seconds and 1 minute. That's already, you're gonna get your melee damage over 100% and quick. Now, what she has is also that the next range attack after successful dodge, it will inflict damage on the target for a short time. Inflicts bleeding damage, right? So weapon damage per second is 5%. So for each shot you do on the target is gonna give them bleeding damage, 5% more and more. And this combined with her active ability Sleep Shot, which does 20% damage, bleed damage for demons. So what bleed damage is, if you don't know, that's they start as normal. When you get shot, blood is gonna come out of you, right? From demons that doesn't really happen, but with her ability they're gonna start bleeding, so passively they're gonna lose health. Even though her ability is only for 5 seconds, that's only gonna happen for 5 seconds when you use her ability. 20% for 5 seconds combined with this, that's what? That's combined with this one, that's gonna be 25, 5 per, so per shot is gonna be 5% more damage. So since you have 5 seconds, let's say you do 5 shots, that's 25, that's gonna be 45 bleeding damage overall. Plus, she can dodge without using any stamina. I believe this is very important. Basically, for 5 seconds, if you have a horde around you, there's a lot around you, you don't have any room to breathe, you gotta get away, but you've already used up your stamina, you can just activate your ability, and you can start dodging for 5 seconds, try to get away from them, dodge your attacks and get away from them, so you can either get a better close-up on them to shoot them, get a bit further away so you can shoot them with your weapon, with your pistol or your shotgun, or get an amulet so you can replenish your shield or replenish your health with a cola. The other hunter would be Ed Getley. I think he's one of the worst, and I'll explain why. Yeah, he does more crossbow damage, which is good. Is one of the best weapons, highest damage weapon in the game, so that's pretty good. You have more battery life, which is also good. But I mean, they're not that OP. It's not that important. I never wasted my battery life. You don't always need to use it. I mainly use it if I'm in a house just to find some object. But while I'm running in the woods or I'm using a car or something, I don't need any battery. When I'm running through the woods or to the forest, or I don't use the flashlight. Now, what he can do as an active, it is pretty good. It is useful, but he can, for 40 seconds, he can disarm and also he can detect demon traps. That's useful if the demon put a lot of traps that could increase everyone's fear level, or he has some proximity portals. He can see them, detect them. Now, the only reason why it is good, but I mean, you can go without it. If you have a good team, you have a good leader, it decreases your fear. You can just get to some fireplace, ignite the fire, and your fear level will decrease anyways. It's not that important. It's not going to be that important. It's going to be useful, but not by that much. But what I think he is good for, what I think he's very good for, the only reason why I would go play him is for his collector ability, a passive ability. So it increases the chance that defeated enemies will drop items, but also find crates of higher rarity. Imagine finding more epic and more legendary crates. That's going to be huge for you. It's going to help you out so much. You're going to have more pink Fs, so you can upgrade your character abilities like stamina, health, shield, but also even damage with range attacks or melee attacks. Yeah. But also you're gonna be able to find better weapons, legendary weapons, epic weapons that do more damage, right? I believe he's good. He's going to be a good player, well-used player. Later on, when people get to know the game better, understand it better, and they're gonna start, traps is going to be important. It's going to be very important to disarm traps. It is, because traps can give you a huge boost of fear to the survivors. And once that's up, if your fear is almost 100%, the demon can possess, they can see where you are, he can come there and cause more chaos to you and your team, right? So you don't want that. So this could be very useful later on, once people get to know the game better and play it out. I would say for now, as a starter, when you're lower level, you're still, the game came out like 3 days ago, you're still in the beginning. For now, is not that important. I wouldn't put him higher than Ash. 100% not higher than Ash. Maybe not even as Amanda. When you have a higher team and demons that have more knowledge and are better players overall, this is going to be very useful. Yes. For now, let's say these two, this one whenever, and this one when you have a better team and you actually have a demon that knows what's going on. I only met a few times some demons that actually knew how to play as a demon. I'm not sure why, because myself, I love playing as demon. It's a lot of fun. Now let's go head off to support class. So support class, all of them, whenever they heal with a cola or they use an amulet to get shield, if you are near them, all the survivors will get health and shield. Hands down, I'm gonna say, as a support character, Cheryl Williams is the best one, because she has this healing zone for you and your teammates. They can heal for 6 seconds, 80 health per second. It's going to be very important. You're in a fight, you're low on health, you don't have time to grab a cola, to use your cola, to use your item so you can heal up. Cheryl can activate this, you stand near her, you're going to be fighting, the fight goes on, right? Plus, even though all the support characters give everyone health when they use a cola, when you use a healing item, with her, you're going to get an extra 100 health, and also it will reduce the fear of you and your teammates by 25. Yes, I believe she's one of the best. Pablo, I like Pablo. The reason why I like him is that he has the amulet. So first of all, beginning the match, when you get him to level 10, you begin the match with additional amulet. So you already have an amulet. You can instantly activate your skill, which creates an amulet and drops it. So then you have 2 amulets. So you can max if you don't level up, your skill tree, max you can have 3 amulets, right? So you have 3 amulets. They will provide you with 3 shield bars, right? So you can hold out up to 3 amulets. Now you're already going to have 1. You can create 1 more, so you're already going to have 2. What you can is, of course, drop it to your teammates. So it's going to be very useful to drop to your teammates amulets, so they can get some shield. Also, his level 25 passive ability, Shamanic Protection. Your shield ball will gradually recover over time until you have at least 1 full bar. So you don't always have to be dependent on searching or creating on your own amulet or searching for one. You just wait, and in time you will have a full shield bar whatsoever. What I also like about him is that demons are no longer able to attack using demon vision. So with this passive ability, if you're not in their face, so to speak, to any demon, they can't see you. They don't even care about you. You could wander off, which I don't suggest to do, but you could wander off the whole game. Just go on the other side of the map if you want, and demons won't go after you. They won't see you, they won't attack you as long as you're not up in their face. But of course, you're gonna have to be careful about your fear level. That's one downside to this. But still, not being able to attack, not getting attacked by demons, that's very useful. Alright, lastly, but not last, would be Ash Williams from The Evil Dead. When activated, his ability raises the fear levels for your nearby teammates by 50. That's pretty good. Also, every successful heavy melee attack restores health for you and your nearby teammates again by 35. And the last 2 passive, I believe these are one of the best passives, because you can mark your target. So whenever you headshot an enemy, either basic unit, elite unit, or boss unit, you mark them. When they're marked, your teammates can shoot them for additional 30% damage. Also, whenever you mark them and they shoot them, as well, they're going to restore from the damage they deal. 30% will restore your teammates as health. So you're going to get some health back for doing damage on the target you marked. That's very good for your team. That's very good, useful support. I believe this one combined, he's good for both attack and support. So you're going to have your teammates deal more damage and also heal at the same time. This one is very good. These two and combined are very useful. But to use this character, I believe to use this character to max out his potential, what he can do, would be to have a good team where they understand what each character's skills are. They understand what your skills are, what that mark means. So they start shooting it. You need a good team to focus on that, and you can have an easy game. Anyways, that's the list for me. So I'm putting Annie, Arthur for me. Just for me, Arthur I think is the best. Annie would be the better one for the balance bar, that she can lower the balance bars faster of the enemies. So I could put her on the first place. In my heart, is still Arthur. I still see melee as very useful and very important in big battles, but otherwise, hands down, I'll go for Annie. I level her fully up, I'll go for Annie, just for the balance bar damage she can do. As a warrior, for Ash Williams as a warrior, the best one. All-rounder, stand-alone, you're good. You're gonna be good no matter what. As a hunter, I would use again Ash or Ed, because of the supply crates and of the traps, the demon traps you can disable. And as a support is either Shelly or Ash, but for Ash you need a better team. So these are my tiers for each class. What I believe is best. Of course, you guys can play whatever you want, whatever you whatever is easier for you, or what you like, or what's your favorite character. Play with them. But what I suggest is, whatever you choose, always stay together. So always, very important, stay together with your team, with your leader. Don't use cards, because you don't need them. You don't need to use cards to finish the game. The 30 minutes you have is only to get the 3 parts of the map, the Necronomicon page, and the dagger. Trust me, 30 minutes is absolutely enough time to do all of those without using the car whatsoever. If you use the car, the demon will see you, he'll come after you, he'll possess you, he'll cause chaos to you and your team. You don't want that. At least until you find the three parts of the map, you don't want all that chaos. You don't want it to happen that soon. You want to have time, get the maps, loot up, get some supply crates, get better weapons, upgrade your character. You don't want all that mess. So at least until you find all 3 maps, don't use a car. Stay together. Go ignite some fire or stay in the light. Reduce your fear level. So again, keep this one in mind. Don't use car. Reduce your fear levels so you don't get possessed. The demon won't see you, and you should be good to go. Alright guys, please don't forget, do follow me for more, subscribe for more, and like, and also comment if you like which are your favorite characters and why. And on my next video, I'm gonna be doing I'm gonna be showing you how to defeat each type of demon, what's the best tactic for each type of the demons, how to go against them, and also which is my tier list, which I believe are the best demons to use in the game. Alright, until then, have a great day, thanks for watching, and keep it on the flip side, guys. Take care, peace.